All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Week 15 Royal Hangout here on RotoExperts.com. Let's start getting to your questions right away here, and best of luck to you in Week 15. Hopefully, everybody can see and hear me okay. All right. PPR, and I need a running back too for the semifinals for Rashad Jennings and possible Marcel Reese. Jennings is going to be limited. Don't like Reese. On the waiver wire is Gearhart, Donald Brown, Terrence West, Trent Richardson. Concerned about Jennings. I would not use Jennings. I would actually go to the waiver wire and get Donald Brown. He'll get a chance to start in a high-scoring game. Need a tight end and a flex. Reed, Dwayne Allen, Vincent Jackson, Fred Jackson, and Herron. I'm going to go with Reed to be very busy, and I'll go with Fred Jackson in a very good matchup for him. I'm actually playing him in daily in one league today. The two wide receivers for Martavis, Colston, Vincent Jackson, Charles Johnson, Moncrief, and Marcus Wilson. I'll go Martavis Bryant in the obviously excellent matchup. And then I think Vincent Jackson is the best of your rest. Need running back in a flex for Rashad Jennings? No. Pierre Thomas, Julian Edelman, and Kenny Stills. You'll have to go Thomas. Jennings is limited today, likely. Check the updates on our homepage from Tim McCullough and the Expert Eye. Also go with Kenny Stills based on the matchup. Vincent Jackson, Latavius Murray. I'll go Latavius Murray for more guaranteed touches and more upside. Need a defense. Titans, Bucks, Texans, Jags, and Packers. The league doesn't penalize for yardage. You get 10 points for a shutout. To get past 20 points, 0 to 1 to 20 points allowed, 2 points for picks, fumbles. I could never use the Titans regardless of the matchup. Same thing for Tampa Bay. Houston's going to give up too many points. Don't like the Jets. By deduction, I'll go Green Bay. And if you can get Carolina, though, I like them a lot today. Need two in the PPR: Herron, Fred Jackson, LaFell, Delaney Walker, and Jordan Reed. I'll go with the two running backs for the most guaranteed touches. Big Ben or Stafford, definitely Roethlisberger. C.J. Anderson or Emmanuel Sanders. I think C.J. Anderson gets more touches. Go with Cutler or Sanchez. Big separation in my lineup ranks. I got Sanchez 7 and Cutler 10. Sanchez is in a better passing game. They both make mistakes. I'll take Sanchez. Non-PPR, 3 wide receivers out of Alshon, Vincent Jackson, T.Y. Hilton, Keenan Allen, Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson unlikely to play today. I'll go Jeffrey with a great matchup. Hilton's a must-start. And Keenan Allen always does well against Denver. So I have Flacco and Kaepernick. I think I should start Flacco over Kaepernick. But I get someone on the waiver wire and just drop Kaepernick, Derek Anderson, Andy Dalton, or Kyle Orton. I think I'd probably go Derek Anderson. Faces a bad pass defense, steady veteran quarterback. All right. Half point per reception. Pick one running back, 2 wide receivers, tight end, and a defense. This is for Eli. Your one running back is going to be Crowell, possibly with Manziel helping him with the read option. Your 2 wide receivers are LaFell for the most upside and Colston for a good shot of a touchdown. Tight end, I will go Dwayne Allen, and then I'll go with the Panthers. Fred Jackson or Josh Gordon. Gordon's got more upside. Need a wide receiver and a flex. Steve Smith, Marcus Colston, Pierre Thomas, Anquan Bolden, Sproles Garcon, Ryan Matthews. Ryan Matthews not expected to play. I'll go Steve Smith and Colston. Keenan Allen or Stills, it's close, but I'll prefer Stills. Very good matchup. Two flex, Ingram, Forsett, Latavius Murray, Keenan Allen, Jarvis Landry, Jonathan Stewart. Forsett's a must start, and I like Ingram of the rest. The two at wide receiver, Josh Gordon, Vincent Jackson, LaFell, and Charles Johnson. Josh Gordon's a must start over them, and of those, and I will go with LaFell slightly over Vincent Jackson. Witten or Kelsey, I'll definitely go Kelsey. Cutler or Tannehill, definitely Cutler, no question. Better matchup. Flex and a wide receiver, Golden Tate, Julius Thomas, Harry Douglas, Boom Herron, Lamar Miller, Jarvis Landry. Flex, I'm going to go Harry Douglas with Julio likely out. Well, actually, you can use one of the running backs. I'm going to go wide receiver, definitely be Harry Douglas. Flex, I'm going to go Boom Herron for the most work and versatility. Need running back, wide receiver, to flex. Lacey, Mark Ingram, Pierre Thomas, Keenan Allen, Doug Baldwin, and Julian Edelman. Running back, I'll definitely go Ingram there. Wide receiver, Keenan Allen always does well against the Broncos. And the flex, I'm going to go Julian Edelman for the most work there. Lions or Ravens, it's very close. I got the Ravens ranked third overall, though, this week. I'm going to slightly lean direction in the Ravens. Stafford or Cutler, it's a close call, but I'll go Stafford, better fantasy quarterback. Need one wide receiver, Matthews, Wallace, or Douglas. I'll go Douglas if Julio is out, and it's good looking that way. Okay. Need running backs. Need to start this waiver pickup. Not worried about next week. Non-PPR, here's who's available. Gearhart, Pierre Thomas, Reggie Bush, Dixon, Donald Brown, Asiata, Jawan Thompson, Starks. I probably go if it's a it's a non-PPR. Really don't like any of those, but I think Donald Brown will start for the Chargers, and I'll go with him. Eddie Lacy or Jonathan Stewart. Now that D'Angelo Williams is out, I'll go Jonathan Stewart. Josh Gordon to Keenan Allen, definitely Josh Gordon. Jennings and Matthews were our guys. I go with Jennings, throwing Doug Martin to Donald Brown. I wouldn't risk Jennings. I'd use Donald Brown. I certainly would use Doug Martin. Rivera or Allen. I like both of them, but I think Allen gives you a better shot of a touchdown. This for KC, needs a running back, a wide receiver, and a flex. I guess you'll have to go with Gore. Woods over Crabtree. Oh, Nate Washington is there. I would get Nate Washington. I would cut Crabtree. I would go Gore, Woods, and Nate Washington, and then I would go Kansas City over Cleveland. Nate Washington's a real sleeper today. I have Roddy White. Should I start Harry Douglas or Charles Johnson with him? Got to go with Harry Douglas in the high-scoring game. Need running back and a flex in a PPR. Crowell, Hill, Andre Williams, Latavius Murray, Martavius Bryant. Running back, I like Hill to get a lot of touches and a possible touchdown, and Crowell definitely the best of the rest there. Although I like Murray a lot too. Pick one for a flex. Randall Cobb, Latavius Murray, Rashad Jennings, Andre Williams. Definitely Randall Cobb regardless of matchup. Need two, Forsett, C.J. Anderson, Odell Beckham. Beckham is a must start against the Redskins. I will slightly lean Forsett over C.J. Anderson. Need two running backs, non-PPR. Joik Bell, Fred Jackson, Jonathan Stewart, Latavius Murray. I like Murray, but I like Stewart and Jackson a little bit better. I have DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Green, both for tough matchups. What do you think? It all depends on who else you have. A.J. Green's a must start. Hopkins could get a lot of targets. I don't think it's that tough, though, for DeAndre Hopkins based on the fact they don't move Vontae Davis around. He plays one side of the field, and maybe they can get him on the other side over against Tolaire and the other guys. Need a running back two and a flex from the following. Jonathan Stewart, Ingram, Jennings, Andre Williams, Latavius Murray, Stills, LaFell, and Douglas. I'll go Douglas in the flex in the high-scoring game. And best of your running backs, I'm going to slightly lean Mark Ingram. Jordan Reed or Kelsey, I think Jordan Reed gets more work. Julius Thomas or Martellus Bennett in a PPR. That's very close. Uh, that's very close. I'm going to lean Julius Thomas now that he's back. All right. Trey Mason on the Rams did not help me out. Don't worry about that, Andrew. It's one player, one game. One wide receiver and one flex. Hilton is a must start, and I would go with Crowell in your flex. Ryan, assuming Jones if he goes, Cutler or Roma, I'd still go Ryan. He's still got Roddy White and Harry Douglas. It's a good matchup. Need a tight end. Dwayne Allen and Michael Rivera. It's very close in a PPR. I slightly got to lean. Lean Dwayne Allen for a better shot of a touchdown. Julio Oder picked up Marquise Lee and have Kendall Wright could pick up Nate Washington. I like Washington, but I also like Marquise Lee for some yardage. I'd go slightly lean Lee. Two of these guys, Lacey, AJ Green, Gordon, and Beckham. It's got to be Beckham, and that comes down to a close call between Green and Gordon, but Green is so hot. I got to keep rolling with him no matter what the matchup is. Need a quarterback between Roethlisberger or Cutler. Definitely Roethlisberger against that terrible defense. Dwayne Allen, Delaney Walker. I like Walker against the Jets defense. Stafford or Big Ben. Definitely Roethlisberger. Julio, Marcus Wilson, or Jarvis Landry. I'll take the shot with Marcus Wilson there. Not looking good for Julio at all. Lions or Ravens. Already answered this one. I slightly lean the direction of the Ravens. Roddy White, Douglas, or Heron. Morris, pick two. I'm going to go with the two wide receivers in a high-scoring game. Thursday was hard on me. I had St. Louis Mason, St. Louis defense. Total got 7. Please pick 3 on a standard. This is for Ryan. I like Jeremy Hill a lot today. I like Fred Jackson a lot today. The others are really hit and miss. I wouldn't use Rashad Jennings. I would actually take the shot with Moncrief there. Boom or bust. Need a flex. Julio, no. Golden Tate, Jeremy Hill to pick up Douglas on waivers. I'll go Jeremy Hill for most touches and best shot of a touchdown. Okay. PPR, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex is for Hillbilly Jim. Forte and CJ Anderson must start. Go McCoy in the flex. And then your 2 wide receivers will be AJ Green and Cobb. That's the situation where you have to bench Gordon with the rookie quarterback. Dwayne Allen or Kelsey. I'll go Kelsey there for more targets. Have Lacey and Starks. Do I start both or just one? Have Hill and Murray starting. I'd rather use Hill and Murray over both of those guys. I'd prefer Lacey over Starks. Defense, New England or Kansas City. New England's the better unit. More sacks, more turnovers for sure. They're more turnover proficient. Robert Woods or Nate Washington. I'll go Washington against the Jets. Locker likes to throw to him. Sanchez or Rivers. Sanchez in the high-scoring game. I like both of them, but I like Sanchez better. Gordon or Benjamin. Definitely Gordon. Wilson or Romo. I think Romo could have a 3-touchdown day. Lacey or Rashad Jennings. Who's healthier? Lacey. Wide receiver and a flex. DeAndre Hopkins, Kelvin Benjamin, Rashad Jennings. No. Jordan Matthews, Josh Gordon, Witten. I'd definitely go Gordon. And I think Matthews gives you a good shot of a score. Green Bay, Texan, or pick Chiefs on the waivers. I go the Chiefs, safest there. Need 2 wide receivers and a flex. This is for Go Plus Bronx. 2 wide receivers. I'll go Stills and Douglas, and a flex. I will go Crowell. Brady or Romo. I'll definitely go Brady. 5-point PPR, need 2 running backs and 2 flex, 2 Lacey, Fred Jackson, Crowell, Latavius Murray, Vereen, and Starks. It's definitely Fred Jackson, Crowell, Murray, and from there it's kind of dicey. I'd probably go Lacey, best shot of a score. Need running back between Rashad Jennings, Chris Johnson, and Murray. It's definitely Murray for the most upside there. Rashad Jennings, don't use him today. Cutler or Big Ben, definitely Roethlisberger. Jackson or DeAndre Hopkins, I go Fred Jackson. Reed or Kelsey, Reed for more targets. Cutler or Peyton Manning, I would never bench Peyton Manning for Jay Cutler. Peyton's going to bounce back today. Don't overreact to the last 2 weeks. He gets Julius Thomas back in the middle of the field. Brady or Cutler, definitely Brady every time. Hill or Crowell, I go Hill. I think they both could have good days. They could both score a touchdown. I trust Hill a little more. Remember that Crowell is playing with a rookie quarterback. Benjamin or Vincent Jackson, definitely Benjamin. Josh Gordon or Julio Jones if he's active. If Julio's active, he might be a decoy, so don't use him. Moncrief for Marcus Wilson. I think Marcus Wilson is more guaranteed to be in the flow of the offense. Kelsey or Reed, I have answered that several times already. Please do not type your question twice. I will get to all of them. I am seeing all of them. I will definitely go with Reed. Ryan or Romo. Ryan's got the better matchup. Dallas may have a tendency to run it more. Cutler or Rivers. Definitely Cutler. Very good matchup for him. And thanks, Adam from Buffalo. I appreciate it. Fred Jackson, Latavius Murray, or Charles Johnson. I like Fred Jackson today to be very busy. Need a tight end. Rudolph, Dwayne Allen, or Rivera. Definitely not Rudolph. He's not 100%. I'm going to go Dwayne Allen. Stafford, Manziel, or Tannehill. Definitely Stafford. No question there. I played Trey Mason Thursday, so I need a home run. It's only one player in one game. Don't overreact to it, Boris. I would go with Roddy White. High-scoring game. Good matchup. Kelsey and Julius Thomas. I'll go Julius Thomas now that he's back. Joyk, Crowell, Heron, or Williams. Need one. I go Heron for the most versatility. Packers or Bengals. I'll go the Packers. Rashad Jennings, no. Brandon LaFell or Sanu. I'll definitely go Brandon LaFell. Please pick 2. Martavis Bryant, Charles Johnson, Kendall Wright, Devontae Adams, Gio Landry, or Wood. Martavis Bryant for the matchup, and Charles Johnson is the best of your rest. Who lets up the fewest points between the Jets and the Titans? Which one might keep the under 20? More sacks and turnovers from Indianapolis. The Jets will keep the points lower. Also, with Andre Johnson, look what's your gut say about Hopkins with possibility now that Davis will be on him. Davis is not going to exclusively be on Hopkins. He plays one side of the field. I think it'll be a good but not outstanding game for DeAndre Hopkins. Need one out of Latavius Murray, Heron, Andre Williams, or Rashad Jennings. Can't use Jennings today. In most cases, I would go with Heron. Need 3. Gordon, Beckham, Benjamin, or Roddy White. That's a case where I would actually bench Roddy White. Sanchez or Rivers, leading a Rivers based on less turnovers than Sanchez. But I think Sanchez gives you more volume. I'll lead Sanchez. Does look good for Julio today. Stafford or Ryan. I still go Ryan. That's a really good matchup. There's been little about Julio Jones' injury. Do we even know what it is other than a sore hip? If he is a go, is he really a must-start given what we know? Worried about a decoy role or early departure due to injury. Don't use him. If he plays, he's going to be very limited and possibly a decoy. That's what we know right now. Don't use Julio Jones. Don't risk it at this point in your fantasy playoffs. This is for Andrew. He needs a wide receiver, 2 running backs, and a flex. I'll definitely go C.J. Anderson, Jeremy Hill, and Crowell, and Calvin Benjamin at wide receiver. Crosby, Hoshka, Squeezem, Prater, or Barth. I'm going to go Hoshka. Did very well against the 49ers last time. Kansas City or pick up the Giants at Carolina. I'll use Carolina. Uh, Better shots of turnovers than Kansas City. Harry Douglas or Vincent Jackson. Same answer if Julio plays. Not expecting Julio to play. So I go with Douglas. Larry Donnell or Jordan Cameron. I go Cameron. Donnell has really been phased out since Odell Beckham Jr. came on the scene, and I think the Redskins give more defensive attention today. If Julio is out, Edelman or Douglas, definitely Douglas. Vikings, Browns, Bengals, Niners, or Saints. I would go with the Browns. They've been playing pretty good, the most solid unit. Sanchez or Flacco, definitely Sanchez, not even close. Julio or Harry. Julio will be a decoy if he plays. Go Harry Douglas. Uh, Need one PPR. That's half a question from my friend Joe from Brooklyn. Pick two wide receivers out of Gordon, Antonio Brown. I can stop there. Hillbilly Jim. Manziel, Derek Anderson, or Locker. Definitely Manziel with the rushing upside. Need one for flex. Fred Jackson, Ivory, Vincent Jackson, and Charles Johnson. I'll go Fred Jackson. He'll be very busy against the Packers. One running back in a flex, Fred Jackson, Rashad Jennings, no, Chris Johnson, Charles Johnson, Wallace. Uh, Fred Jackson, like I'm saying, I like him today. Gotta love Chris Johnson, the revenge game. What's your gut say about Brian and Douglas if Julio is out? Who do you suspect will have a big game? Douglas will get more targets. He's not as boomer buster as Bryant. Need a flex. Gio, Pierre Thomas to Vereen. Uh, I would go with Vereen there. Jordan Reed or Dwayne Allen. I'll go Reed for more targets. Bills or Chiefs. Matchups too daunting for the Bills this week. Stills or Edelman. Love the matchups for Stills. Need one. Roddy White, Rashad Jennings, or Crowell. Can't use Jennings. I'll go Roddy White in a high-scoring game. Need three. Gordon, Hopkins, A.J. Green, Dez, Mike Evans. Dez definitely against Philadelphia. Gordon, I think Manziel gets the ball downfield. And then Mike Evans. Okay, I'm not answering Reed or Kelsey again. It's Jordan Reed. Charles Johnson or Douglas? Definitely Douglas. Need one in a PPR. Donald Brown, Starks, Martin, Sims. I would go with Starks there. Big Ben or Cutler? Definitely Ben. Fred Jackson or DeAndre? I'll go Fred Jackson. Manziel or Sanchez? Definitely Sanchez. Need two running backs between Forster, Forsett, and Hill. Forster and Forsett are must starts. Cutler or Sanchez? I am leaning towards Sanchez. I agree with you. Plays in a better offense. Cutler or Sanchez? Already answered that. Eli Manning or Cutler? Definitely Cutler. You never know what Eli is going to show up. Packers, Colts, Vikings, Panthers, Jets, or Saints? I already answered this one, and I already said the Packers. Please do not type your questions twice unless you did not hear the answer. Don't worry that I'm not seeing them. I'm getting to as many as I can. Please be patient. Do not type your question twice. Thank you. Lacey, Heron, Murray. Need one running back. I'll go Heron for the most versatility and yardage. Need a flex and a wide receiver out of Vincent Jackson, Keenan, Heron, and Murray. I will go with the two running backs. Need two in a non-PPR. Rashad Jennings, Gore, Stewart. You can't use Rashad Jennings today. Latavius Murray or Jeremy Hill. I'll go Hill with. I like Hill's matchup a little better. I like the matchup of both of them. They're really close, but I feel like Murray's going to get more defensive attention early. Kelsey or Cameron? I'm going to go Kelsey. Need running back in a flex. Gearhart, West, Oliver, Donald Brown, Vincent Jackson, Landry. I will go with Donald Brown and Vincent Jackson. Maybe at least Brown will start. Julio or Moncrief. Also have Shorts and Adams. I'll go Moncrief there. Boom or bust. Need a flex and a wide receiver from Crowell. Okay, this is for Jeff. Your flex is going to be. You can't trust Julio if he's active. He's gonna be a decoy. You can't talk me into hearing what you want, Jeff. Julio Jones is not going to be effective today. It's very likely. You can't trust him if he's active. Reports are that he's going to be a decoy, and this is not coming from the team. This is coming from insider reports. So I would use Fred Jackson and Jordan Matthews. Boom Herod or Jordan Matthews. I'll go Matthews for a better shot of a touchdown. Kelsey or Gates. I'll go Gates. Dalton or Orton. Definitely Orton, and trust Fleeing over Dwayne Allen more. I think Allen gives you a better shot of a touchdown now that he's back. Reed or Rivera. I'll go Reed. I have Dwayne Allen on my roster. Could possibly pick up Chandler, Vernon Davis, or Charles Clay. Nah, it's Dwayne Allen's second game back. Good shot of a touchdown. Need 3 for a PPR. AJ Green, Demaryius Thomas, Randall Cobb, Jeremy Maclin. Ooh. Demaryius Thomas a must start. Love Jeremy Maclin in a high scoring game. I'm going to slightly lean Cobb over Green. I think he could do well in the slot today. Josh Brown or Bailey. I'll go Bailey. Need 2 wide receivers. Jordy, Beckham, Golden Tate, LaFell, Moncrief, Douglas. Well, yeah, you're going to start Jordy and Beckham every week. Cameron and Walker. I'll go Walker. Do you like DeAndre Hopkins over Harry Douglas in a standard? I go Harry Douglas there. Better shot of a touchdown. Cutler or Eli? I'll go Cutler there. It's close, but I'll lean Cutler there. Better matchup. They both have really good matchups, but Cutler's just a better fantasy quarterback, I think. Tucker, Matt Bryant, Prater, or Barth. I'll definitely go Tucker. Keenan Allen, Kenny Stills, or Dante Moncrief. I'll go Stills for the upside in the matchup. Drop Crosby for Graham, Bryant, Santos, or Barth. I would just stick with. Actually, though, well, Crosby's used to playing in the outdoors. I'll play with Crosby. News on Lacey. I picked up Starks, but should I drop Starks for Douglas? I'd rather start Douglas. Lacey right now is expected to split carries. Brady or Romo? Definitely Brady. Need 1 in a standard. Moncrief, LaFell, Vincent Jackson, Marcus Wilson, Charles Johnson. I am going to go with Brandon LaFell. I really believe the Dolphins are missing their free safety, and Tom Brady's going to test them downfield. Need 2 between Evans, Douglas, Vincent Jackson, Edelman, Andre Johnson, who's likely out, Moncrief or Landry. Definitely Douglas, and then you got to go Mike Evans. He's a must start. Heron or Morris. Heron for more versatility and upside. Need a flex in the wide receiver. Crowell, Murray, Martavis Bryant, Keenan Allen, Mike Wallace, Julio. Julio probably not going to play, and maybe a decoy if he's limited. I'll go Keenan Allen. Always does well against the Denver Broncos, and Isaiah Crowell. PPR, Julio, nope. Marquez Wilson, Marquise Lee, Landry. Should I consider Julio Jones if he's active? No, he's going to be a decoy. I'll take Marcus Wilson against the Saints. Do you think stashing Titans defense next week against Jacksonville is a good strategy? I have Vikings who will be at Miami. I don't like the Titans no matter who they face. I don't think it's a good strategy. White or Douglas? White, he's the number 1. Douglas is the number 2. Watkins, White. Benjamin, select 2. I'd bench Watkins there. James Starks, Marcel Reed, Frank Gore, Carlos Hyde, Donald Brown, Bernard Pierce. Take my chances with Starks there. Any stock in the revenge thing with Chris Johnson for his old team? What do you see from him today? I see about 100 yards and a touchdown. I definitely have stock in it. Ryan's going to want to play it up too. And the Titans have just been awful against the run. Need 3 non-PPR. Ingram, Latavius Murray, Stewart, Crowell, Lacey, Starks. I will go Ingram, Murray. Well, actually, I'm going to go Ingram, Murray, and Crowell. Hillbilly Joe needs 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. I'll go Le'Veon Bell, McCoy, Gordon, Jeffrey, and Roddy White. Kelsey, Bolden, Garcon, and Malcolm Floyd. I think Kelsey's our safest play there. Who to start an RB in a standard? Morris, Steven Jackson, or Chris Johnson? I'll go Chris Johnson in the revenge game. Julius Thomas and Donnell. You got to go Julius now that he's back. Jordan Matthews or Harry Douglas. I like both of them. I think Jordan Matthews gives a better shot of a touchdown. Jordan Matthews, Stills, or Steve Smith. I'll go Jordan Matthews. Need 1 running back and a flex. Crowell, Murray, Stewart, Heron, and Keenan Allen. I will go with Crowell and Heron. Crosby, Squeezem, or Graham. I will stick with Crosby. Said Julius Thomas slightly over Bennett, even though Chargers kept Julius to 23 yards last time they played. I like Julius Thomas to play. The Peyton Manning didn't do well last week because they took away the middle of the field. That's very hard to do with Julius Thomas there. I think Thomas bounces back in a big way. Just need some upside. Manziel or Cutler. I will go with Cutler. Marcus Wilson, Hopkins, Moncrief. I will go with Hopkins. Need 1 running back, Jonathan Stewart, Vereen, or Estadia. Definitely Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan Stewart now that D'Angelo was out. Pick 2 of 3, Wallace, Decker, and Marquise Lee. I actually like Decker against the Titans. I go to him and Wallace. Need 2, Alfred Morris, Latavius Murray, Andre Williams, Reggie Bush. Latavius Murray for the upside and Alfred Morris. Pick 3, Jordy, Emmanuel Sanders, Jeffrey, Beckham, Gordon, standard. Definitely Beckham. Love the matchup. Like the matchup for Jeffrey. Well, you can't bench Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson and Odell Beckham Jr. are must starts. And then I would have to go Emmanuel Sanders after that. Wilson and Romo, definitely Romo. Rashad Jennings or Fred Jackson. You can't use Rashad Jennings today in most cases. Jeremy Hill or Fred Jackson. PPR, I got to go Fred Jackson. Harry Douglas or Charles Johnson. Harry Douglas now that Julio is out. Decker starts, Donald Brown or Gore. I like Decker actually against that bad Titans defense. Matt Ryan or Tannehill, all definitely Matt Ryan. Jets or New England every single time. Casey or Carolina, I'm making that decision. One of my leagues, I like Carolina. KC doesn't get many turnovers. Carolina's playing really well on defense. Dwayne Allen, Mercedes Lewis, or Heath Miller, definitely Dwayne Allen. Fred Jackson, Latavius Murray, Charles Johnson. I'll go Fred Jackson for the most versatility. Cutler or Eli, I already answered this one. I like Cutler. Sankey, Blount, Asadi, or Marcus Wilson in the flex to replace Julio. I'll go Blount. The Miami run defense has not looked good lately. In standard, Kelsey, Reed, Jordan Cameron, Fleener, or Rivera. I'll go Reed to be most involved in his team's offense. You think Andre Williams or Rashad Jennings straight up? Andre Williams is healthy. You can't use Jennings. Cutler or Sanchez? I go Sanchez. A little bit better of an offense there, in terms of the passing game. Stewart or Chris Johnson? I think Stewart's a little safer there. Stafford or Sanchez? I go Sanchez. The Vikings are going to come to play. Golden or LaFell replace Julio. I think LaFell, with Miami not having their starting free safety, I think Brady might take some shots at them. At that, with some good mid-range passes to LaFell. Rashad Jennings, Gore Starks, or Donald Brown. I'll take my chances with Starks there. Landry or Moncrief. I think Landry's more reliable, but if you want upside, you go Moncrief. Sanchez or Stafford, I go Sanchez. Why can't we use Jennings this week? He's in on the injury report because he's less than 100%. He could be very limited. It's too risky in your fantasy playoffs. Any word on Torrey Smith playing today? It's not looking good. Bolden, Kamir Aiken, and Marcus Wilson are my other options. I go Wilson. Rivers or Sanchez? Already answered this. Sanchez. Wide receiver and a flex. This is for Anel. I will go Keenan Allen. Always plays well against the Broncos. Then Heron or Murray. I will go Heron Murray. Heron or Murray. I will go with Heron for a little bit more of yardage versatility wise. Kelvin Benjamin and Jordan Matthews. Head Mason is Ram D looking to make up ground. I think in that case you definitely go Matthews. Ryan or Romo. I think Romo might have a better passing day than some people think, but I still got to stick with Ryan even with Julio out. Murray, Stills, Landry, or Bolden. I think Murray for most guaranteed touches and upside. Over under 10 points in a half-point PPR, Malcolm Floyd. I'm going to say under. I think Keenan Allen and Antonio Gates are the guys who get more involved. Rudolph or Cameron, definitely Cameron. Rudolph reports are that he's not quite 100%. This is for G Funk Era. He needs 2 running backs, a wide receiver, and a flex. I go Murray, Crowell, Benjamin, Gordon, and Douglas. Okay, for Ross, need 1 wide receiver, running back, and a flex. I will go with Kenny Stills, Crowell, and Latavius Murray. Prater, Barth, or Santos. I'm going to stick Prater there indoors. Chiefs or Bills, definitely the Chiefs. Need 3 out of these 4. McCoy, Le'Veon Bell, Hill, C.J. Anderson. That's a case where I got to bench Jeremy Hill, unfortunately. You suspected LaFell in my flex, or should I grab Douglas over free agency? I'd rather have Douglas a little bit better of a matchup for him. 1 out of 3, Evans, Emmanuel Sanders, or Josh Gordon. I'll go Emmanuel Sanders. He's your safest play and most upside. Douglas, Stills, or LaFell. Douglas now that Julio is out. Dwayne Allen or Jordan Reed. Definitely Reed. Need a flex from Jeremy Hill, Golden Tate, LaFell, Moncrief, Douglas, or Marquez Wilson. I'll go Douglas in the high-scoring game. Cutler or Sanchez. Both make mistakes. Both are in good offenses, but I think both high-scoring games, but I'll slightly take Sanchez in a better offense. Ivory or Latavius Murray. I'll go Latavius Murray for more upside and no split workload. Need 1, Landry, Vincent Jackson, or Mo Creed. I'm sorry, Clint. You're going to have to retype. I don't understand your question. Cutler or Romo. I'll go Cutler there. Kelsey or Walker. I'll go Kelsey. Dawson or Carpenter. Carpenter's been so reliable overall. Dwayne Allen or Jordan Reed. Definitely Reed. Would you start Harry Douglas over Josh Gordon, LaFell? Not over Gordon, but over LaFell. Over Fred Jackson in the flex, yes, I think he has more upside. Cutler or Sanchez, definitely Sanchez. Need 2 from Murray, Lacey, and Crowell. That's a there's a place where you bench Lacey. How's the weather looking in Seattle today? And I'm a little nervous with Hauschka. If Hauschka's used to that, I think you're overanalyzing, Jim. Need one. Mark Creef, Montavious Bryant, or Decker. Definitely Martavious Bryant for the upside there. Delaney Walker or Jordan Reed. I'll go Reed. Dwayne Allen, Starks, and Bolden. Dwayne Allen, best shot of a touchdown. Need wide receiver and a flex from Roddy White, Martavious Bryant, Harry Douglas, Gore, or Kelsey. Got to go Roddy White in a high-scoring game and Martavious Bryant. Starks, Gore, Donald Brown. I'll go Starks there. Starting Emmanuel and Thomas at wide receiver, need one more. Bolden, Vincent Jackson, Jarvis Landry, Marquise Lee, Don Moncrief. You got to go Vincent Jackson there. He's the best of your rest. Martavious Bryant or Roddy White. I'll go Roddy White. Martavious Bryant. He shares reps and rotations with Marcus Wheaton. So White is definitely more involved. Andre Williams, Rashad Jennings, or Crowell. I would definitely go Crowell there. Jarvis Landry, Benjamin, and Martavious Bryant. I think if Benjamin gives you the best shot of a touchdown. Romo or Manning, definitely. I don't know which Manning you're talking about. If it's Peyton, I go Peyton. If it's Eli, I go Romo. Need two of the following: Julius Thomas, Fleener, Baldwin, Gordon, and Watkins. For me, it's easy: Thomas and Gordon. Jennings or Ivory, definitely Ivory. I'm not using Rashad Jennings today. Tim McCullough, check out his expert eye on the homepage, our managing editor and guy on the scene. Definitely confirms Julio Jones is out today. Need flex from Alfred Morris, Ivory, Heron, Roddy White, or Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon for the most upside. This is from Booyaka. Need two running backs. I will go with Crowell. I will go with Crowell and Fred Jackson. And I'm going to go in your flex. I'll go. Well, I don't want to lean too much on the Browns. So I'll go Fred Jackson, Mark Ingram, and Josh Gordon. Mike Evans or Blunt. I'll go Mike Evans there. Kelvin Benjamin or Roddy White. I'll go Roddy White. Cameron or Kelsey. I will go Kelsey. Pierre Thomas or Vereen. Definitely Vereen. And Reed or Dwayne Allen. Reed will be more involved in the offensive flow. Pittsburgh or Houston defense. Don't like either one, but I'd lean Pittsburgh. How would you rank for these running backs for today, non-PPR? From Ingram, Murray, Stewart, Crowell, Lacey, and Starks. Would you play Stewart, Murray, and Ingram because they would get the most carries and not a timeshare? If you need three of those, I think Crowell and gives you an excellent shot of a touchdown. So does Ingram, and then I would probably lean slightly Murray over Stewart. Latavius Murray or Watkins, I would go Latavius Murray. Fleener or Dwayne Allen. Now that Allen is back, I think you got to use him. With Julio out, try roll out Martavious Bryant and pick up Douglas. I think Douglas gets more targets and is more involved in the flow of his offense. Stafford or Ryan. What do you think about Douglas? I think Douglas has done it before. I think Ryan has the better matchup. Josh Gordon or Jeremy Hill. I'm going to go Jeremy Hill for more touches. Evans or Vincent Jackson. Definitely Evans. Stewart or Heron. Heron is more versatile. Greg Olsen and Jimmy Graham. You can't bench Jimmy Graham. You just can't. If it's any week, it's this week. It's look how bad the Bears are. Who can I roster in a daily format and tight end that gives me some success? Daniels, Selec, or Davis. Not any of them, really. If you can get Michael Rivera, I think he's a good player. Dwayne Allen might be low priced. I know he is on DraftKings. Crowell or Ivory, definitely Crowell. Is Sanu cuttable? Yes, cutting him for Douglas. You okay with starting Roddy White and Douglas? Yes, against that Pittsburgh secondary. Yeah. Kicker Barth, Bailey, Dawson, or squeeze him. I'll go Bailey. Steve Smith or Moncrief. Got to go Steve Smith. You know he's going to be involved in the passing game. Moncrief's boom or bust. Chris Johnson or Stewart. I think Stewart's safer. Dwayne Allen or Jordan Reed. Definitely Jordan Reed. Okay. Sanchez over Rivers. Yes. Picked up Giants over Miami D. McCoy, Le'Veon Bell, AJ Green, Julius Thomas, and no brainers. Need a wide receiver too for Boston Bill and a flex. Uh, I will go with Marquise Wilson based on his matchup and Crowell. Uh, I think the Chiefs are going to pay a lot of defensive attention to Murray. I still like him, but Crowell with Manziel running the read option, I slightly prefer him. Colts or Packers? I'll go Packers. If Torrey Smith active, he's worth starting. You're asking me a big if. Uh, I'm not expecting Torrey Smith to play, so I'm not going to speculate on that. Jennings or Andre Williams? Jennings could be very limited. Use Williams. Need two between Jordan Matthews, Still, Steve Smith, LaFell, and Douglas. Uh, I'll go Jordan Matthews and Stills based on the matchup. Golden Tate or Hopkins? I'll stick with Hopkins there. Packers, Vikings, or Broncos? I'll go Packers. Philadelphia, the Pats defense. Definitely the New England defense. Dwayne Allen, Delaney Walker. I'll go Walker. LaShawn McCoy or Mark Ingram. I do like Ingram, but McCoy bounces back in a big way. Panthers, Chiefs, or Jets. I like the Panthers a lot today. Using them over the Chiefs in one of my leagues. The Chiefs don't get enough turnovers. Derek Carr starting to play a little bit better. That offense is more balanced since they finally got Murray in there. Vereen, Dwayne Allen, or Sproles. Dwayne Allen, best shot of a touchdown. Julio Jober to pick up Douglas. I would have to drop Hopkins. I would just play Hopkins. Charles Clay or Delaney Walker, definitely Walker. Clay's been totally unreliable. Harry Douglas or Kelvin Benjamin. I'm going to go Kelvin Benjamin. He has a good matchup. He's established. What do you think the whole thing of Hill getting more carries is for real? Do coach speak and do you like Douglas over Hill? I think Hill gets a lot of work regardless in a good matchup, and I like him. I like him to start. Two wide receivers and a flex: Latavius Murray, Josh Gordon, Edelman, Decker. Uh, Josh Gordon for sure, most upside, and Latavius Murray, best combination of touches and upside. LaFell or Douglas, I'll go Douglas in a high-scoring game. PPR, Mark Ingram, Latavius Murray, and Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon, I think Johnny's going to take, Manziel's going to take some shots downfield. Panthers, Packers, or Colts. Definitely the Panthers. You already heard why I like them. Chiefs or Pats. New England's just a better unit, especially in terms of generating turnovers, which is what you want. Fred Jackson, Latavius Murray, Charles Johnson. I go Fred Jackson will be very, very busy and versatile today. Would you go Jordan Matthews over A.J. Green, scared of Hayden and A.J. getting 23 yards again? No, there's no way I can start Jordan Matthews over A.J. Green. A.J. Green's on fire. Hayden has been complete shutdown. I think you're overanalyzing it. Packers or Patriots. Patriots definitely are the better matchup, and they're the better unit. Kelvin Benjamin, Jordan Matthews, or Vincent Jackson. I like Matthews, but I like Benjamin definitely against Tampa Bay. I've been rolling with Parkey all year, but I picked up Bryant because he has two indoor matchups. Who would you roll with? I got to stick with Parkey. He's just been too terrific regardless of venue. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. I couldn't be doing this without you. Thanks for being part of the RotoX Nation. Need three between Lacey, Lamar Miller, Gordon, Sanders. Uh, I don't think you use Lacey in that situation if he's going to split carry. Wilson or Rivers? Definitely Rivers in a higher scoring game. Thank you, Prequar. I appreciate that too. Really appreciate all the love. Stafford or Russell Wilson? Could be another situation where you look at the field goals for Seattle and maybe one touchdown. I'd go Stafford. Would you play Manziel over Rivers? No, Rivers high scoring game. Manziel first NFL start. Who do you like better, Joik Bell or Alfred Morris? I like the match. I like Joik Bell to carry a lot against a vulnerable run defense. Stafford, Romo, or Ryan with Wilson at all. I would go Ryan there. I think he's got the best matchup. Eddie Lacy or Gio. You don't know what Gio's workload is going to be like. I would go Lacy. Josh Gordon and Jeremy Hill. Uh, Full point PPR. I got to go Josh Gordon for more upside. I think Manziel takes some downfield shots. Dwayne Allen or Starks. I think Dwayne Allen gives you a better shot of a touchdown. Now his second week back, I think he'll be more involved in the offense. Okay, we're all caught up here. Week 16, Miami versus Minnesota, Browns versus Carolina, Tennessee versus Jacksonville, or Jacksonville versus Tennessee. You got to take into account the quality of the unit. I would never recommend Tennessee or Jacksonville. Uh, I would rather go with Cleveland. They're the most solid unit. Crowell or Latavius Murray, like both of them, but I think Crowell, with Manziel running the read option, will have a little bit of a better game. Gordon, Crowell, or Steven Jackson. I go Gordon for the most upside. Fleener, Rivera, Ertz. I definitely don't consider Ertz. Fleener's got the most upside there statistically. Watkins, Gordon, and Benjamin need two. That's one where I bench Watkins. I have Dez, AJ Green, Alshon, and DeAndre Hopkins a wide receiver. Need three of them. That's definitely a situation where you're leaving out Hopkins. Struggling between Calvin Benjamin and Jeremy Hill. Go with Jeremy Hill. He's got more guaranteed touches. In those close situations, I often lean the running back. Ingram or Stewart. I slightly prefer Ingram. Stewart's going to be productive, but not as much as last week because Cam is not there to run the read option. Macklin or Evans, love the matchup for Macklin. Martavis Bryant, Keenan Allen, or Marcus Wilson need two. I would go with Martavis Bryant based on the great matchup, and Keenan Allen always does well against the Broncos. Flex out of Watkins, LaFell, Fred Jackson, Jordan Matthews, Kenny Stills, Latavius Murray. That's a tough one. I'm going to go Fred Jackson for the most work and versatility. Which D is going to give up the least points? Kansas City, Denver, Cincinnati. I will it will be Cincinnati. I mean Kansas City. I'm sorry. I like Carolina better for sacks and turnovers though. Picked up Douglas to block my opponent. Where's Julio Jones? Good move in the playoffs. Now I'm wondering, should I play him over any of my guys? Cobb, ODB, Anderson, or Forsett? I don't think you can. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Reed or Cameron, I think Reed is more involved in his offensive flow. Jordan Matthews, Steve Smith, or Moncrief, definitely Jordan Matthews. Got to like the matchup against Dallas. I'm in a 1-point PPR. Would you rather go with Vincent Jackson over Bolden, Landry, Moncrief, and Marquise Lee? Yes, he's definitely the safest of all of those. Latavius Murray or DeAndre Hopkins. I'll go Latavius Murray for more guaranteed work and upside. Lacey or Blunt. I'm going to go with Blunt. Miami run defense has not been good lately. Good shot to score. How do you feel about Brady today? I think Miami has a lot of issues on the back seven, and I think he's going to be terrific. Rams defense fell short of expectation. Will they rebound against the Giants next week? They should. They can't get it from every single week. What's your opinion on Jimmy Graham? Last game, New Orleans threw it a bunch, like very little action. What's up with that? Well, it could be a decoy there. The shoulder might be worse than we thought, but in most cases, you can't bench him. Kelvin Benjamin, Jeremy Maclin, DeAndre Hopkins, or Watkins. I would definitely go Jeremy Maclin against the Dallas Cowboys in a high-scoring game. Giants or Browns? I'll go the Giants there. Slightly better matchup. Pick two out of Matthews, Watkins, LaFell, Latavius Murray, and Stills. Like Matthews, a lot to score. Latavius Murray for most guaranteed work and upside. Stills or Douglas, non-PPR. Stills is a little bit more boomer bust than Douglas. I'll go Douglas. Need one for the flex, half-point PPR. Smith Jr. Who is Smith Jr.? Asiata or Sproles? Sorry, Woody. I don't know who Smith Jr. is. All right, we're all caught up, although Woody might have to type his question again. Woody. Sorry, Woody. You're going to have to type the whole question again. Hill or Douglas? Hill gets you more guaranteed work, but I like the upside for Douglas there in the high-scoring game. Gordon or Evans? I'll go Gordon. I don't like Evans as much as usual against a tough Carolina defense. They're playing well right now. From Doc, he needs 4 for 3 wide receivers and a flex. Cobb is a must-start. Love Maclin. And you can't bench A.J. Green and Odell Beckham. Jim needs a running back. From Latavius, Heron, Rashad Jennings. Can't use Jennings. Definitely go Heron. Need 2 more from T.Y. Hilton, Alshon Jeffrey, A.J. Green, Josh Gordon. I'll go T.Y. He always kills the Texans, and Alshon Jeffrey for the matchup. So that's what you do, Jim, and hopefully you'll pick it up with the upside today. Playing white, should I pick Douglas or stay with Colston? Douglas, definitely a better start than Colston. Need one. Gordon, Harry, Douglas, or C.J. Anderson. C.J. Anderson for the most guaranteed touches and combination of upside. LaFell or Golden Tate to replace Julio. I would slightly lean Golden Tate there. Gordon, Benjamin, and Douglas need 2. That's a situation where you got to use Gordon. Then it comes down to Douglas or Benjamin. I'll take Douglas. Our defensive scoring starts with 25 points minus points attempt, and then add 1 point sacks, 2 points interception, 4 points for defense TV. No special teams using KC, uh, as you said, over Denver or Cincinnati. Yeah, I like them best in that scoring system. If you had Carolina, I'd prefer them. Thanks, Kiss Army Colonel. You wanted the best, and you got the best. Am I dumb for starting Trey Mason over Terrence West and Giovanni Bernard this week? I have Hill as the other starter. No, it was not dumb at all. He was playing well, and he gets more touches for those guys. Don't kick yourself. Not every player plays up his potential every week. Jimmy Graham, Cameron, got to go Jimmy Graham. This is the worst pass defense in the NFC. Maybe if it's going to happen for Graham, it's going to happen this week. Henry Higgins, pick 3. I will go with Josh Gordon, Isaiah Crowell, and Jonathan Stewart. Stills or Keenan Allen. I like both of them. Allen always shows up against the Broncos, but I got to go Stills based on the matchup. Patriots or Packers. Patriots definitely the better unit. Rashad Jennings, Jeremy Hill, or Fred Jackson. I'll go Fred Jackson for the most versatility and good shot of a touchdown. Chris Johnson, Chris Ivory, or Latavius Murray. Let's see. Chris Johnson, Chris Ivory, and Latavius Murray. I got to go Latavius Murray for the most upside. Panthers, Packers, or Colts. Definitely the Panthers. Colston or Marquez Wilson. I'll go Marquez Wilson to probably get more targets. 1 point bonus for 100 yards. Josh Gordon, Roddy White, Kenny Stills, and Calvin Benjamin. Got to go Josh Gordon there. Need to follow from Woody. Following spots. Need to fill the following. I hate to scroll sometimes. Flexing a wide receiver. Don't worry about going with too many players on one team in a very good matchup at this time of year. The flex and the wide receiver, I am going to go with Roddy White and Latavius Murray. Stafford, Ryan or Wilson. I don't factor Wilson in there. I got to go Ryan. It's an excellent matchup for him. I think the Vikings are going to come to play against Stafford. They'll have a good but not great game. Houston or Giants, definitely the Giants. They have the better matchup. Would you sit Jennings and play Devontae Adams or pick up either Donald Brown or Oliver? I'd take my chances with Devontae Adams. Moncrief or Latavius Murray. Murray is definitely guaranteed more work. I have both Vincent Jackson and Evans. Do you like one over the other? I would definitely like Evans. Does it hurt me if I'm starting Carolina defense? No. That has nothing to do with other wide receiver options: Edelman, Andre Johnson, and Moncrief. In that case, I'll roll Edelman over there, Vincent Jackson. But starting the defense against the wide receivers doesn't mean anything. One doesn't neutralize the other necessarily. You could still see the Carolina defense, have 2 defensive touchdowns and 3 sacks, and Mike Evans still catches a touchdown pass. I have Kelsey starting over Gates. I would not do that. Gates always plays well against Denver. Should I start Jeremy Hill in the flex spot over Latavius Murray? I think he's got a better matchup. Well, they both got good matchups, but I think that Kansas City is going to really load their fronts against Latavius Murray early. His yardage might be a little more capped today than Jeremy Hill, even though I still like him. I will go with Jeremy Hill. Give me your thoughts on why to play Herron over Hill and Latavius Murray. High scoring game. I think Herron's going to get a lot of work as both a runner and a receiver. Smith Sr., Sproles, or Asadia? Definitely Steve Smith Sr. Douglas or Marcus Wilson? Definitely Douglas, more proven. Thoughts on Rashad Jennings? Don't use him. He's going to be limited. Going forward, I don't know. Nobody can predict that. Not even the doctors. It's not something you can predict about his health. Matt Ryan, Sanchez, or Eli. Sanchez, big game against Dallas. Offense really boosts the quarterback's productions in a lot of matchup. Dallas's defense nowhere near as good as Seattle. I go Sanchez. Mike Evans, Josh Gordon, and Benjamin. I'll go Gordon there. Pick two: Lamar Miller, Rashad Jennings, Andre Williams, and Chris Johnson. Lamar Miller for the most quality work, and Chris Johnson in the revenge game. Do I play Wilson or Sanchez? Definitely Sanchez, better matchup. From Alamo Scouts, he needs one for his flex. And I will go with Josh Gordon. Numbers for Josh Gordon, you think Manziel will do well? I think he'll be okay. I think he'll go downfield. I see about 90 yards as a touchdown for Josh Gordon. Chiefs or Cleveland? Definitely Chiefs. Carolina or the Giants? I really like Carolina a lot against Josh McCown. Panthers, Pats, or Eagles? In that case, I'll go the Patriots, though I really like them against the Dolphins. How do you feel about Gates today as a flex play? I like him as a tight end play. I think he can score a touchdown. Depends on what your other options are. Harry Douglas or Martellus Bennett. They both got really good matchups. I think they're both going to catch a lot of passes. From what I've seen, when Douglas is in there, he always steps forward. I'm slightly going to lean Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas, Charles Johnson, or Chris Johnson. I'm going to go Harry Douglas there, even though I do like Chris Johnson in the revenge game. Yes, Julio is out today. Make sure you check the Expert Eye on the homepage with Tim McCullough for all the latest updates. Two wide receivers, Josh Gordon, Mike Evans, and Kelvin Benjamin. I'd bench Evans there. The Carolina secondary has been playing really good. Two wide receivers from Martavis, Colston, Vincent Jackson, Charles Johnson, Moncrief, and Marcus Wilson. Just pick up Harry Douglas. I would go with Douglas and Bryan in the high-scoring affair. Heron, Ivory, or Gore? Definitely Heron for the most versatility and yardage upside. Survivor question: Giants, Panthers, or Titans? I'd go with the Panthers. Defense is playing much better lately. Carolina's corner's been playing better for the past 2 weeks. Will they limit Kelvin Benjamin? No, because Kelvin Benjamin is on the same team. Need one wide receiver to flex. Harry Douglas, Jordan Matthews, Latavius Murray, Dan Herron, Donald Brown, Marquise Lee, Larry Donnell. Go Douglas now for sure that he starts, and Jordan Matthews for a touchdown. I'm starting Odell, Antonio Brown, and Alshon over Mike Evans in PPR. Right move, yes, considering how well Carolina's pass defense has played recently. Need three for Martavis Bryant, Sanu, Decker, Landry, Colston, and Kelsey. Love Martavis Bryant's matchup. I think Decker has a really good matchup, and so does Colston. Chris Johnson or Crowell. I do like Chris Johnson, but Crowell is a safer play, especially with his young quarterback running the read option. Delaney Walker or Jordan Reed. I trust Meat Reed more. McCoy definitely looks to him a lot. When Reed is in there, you got to start him in most cases. Of course, you got unless you got like Julius Thomas or Greg Olson. Will Carolina D live at Mike Evans today? I already answered that. Uh, in a lot of cases, you can't bench Mike Evans. He's not going to have the high ceiling he did the last few weeks, but all depends on what your other options. I'm not starting a Dante Moncrief or a Marcus Wilson after him, but he's not top 15 for me this week. Mark Sanchez or Eli Manning? Definitely Mark Sanchez. Plays in a better offense. Larry Donnell or Reed? Definitely Reed. Donnell had that big game against the Redskins, but he can't go chasing week 4. The Redskins are aware of that. They're going to give more defensive attention. And ever since Odell Beckham came into the picture, Donnell has not been reliable. Don't chase week 4. Reed is the safer play. All right, let's keep it moving here. Philip Rivers and Matt Ryan, they both have. I'm not downgrading Ryan, but he still has Douglas and Roddy White. I'll go with Ryan. Should I go with the safe play today or Flynn, or risk it and use Julius Thomas? Julius Thomas not really risky, practiced in full. I would go with Julius Thomas. Will weather affect Breeze's production? Not unless it's incredibly windy there tomorrow night. Otherwise, I like Breeze for tomorrow for at least 2 touchdown passes. Boom Heron and Murray, it's close for me, but I think Boom Heron is more versatile and gives you a little bit more yardage upside. Need 2: Sanchez, Manziel, Tannehill, and Dalton. Sanchez definitely in a high-scoring game, and Manziel for the rushing yardage. What are your thoughts on playing Cameron over Walker? Walker has a couple good matchups previously, didn't do anything. Manziel might lean more to Cameron. It's not crazy, but I just feel like Cameron's been so disappointing overall, and with a new quarterback, you never really know. I'm going to stick with Walker. The Jets' pass defense is really bad. Which defense for next week? Thinking Buffalo at Oakland over KC. Philly. Oh, you got to go Buffalo at Oakland. Buffalo's got a great defense, and it's a terrific matchup. What are your projections for Hopkins today in the standard? Not great. I think about 75 receiving yards. Green Bay, a decent play today. Should I pick up Kansas City? Kansas City's definitely has the better matchup. Any words on LaFell's status? He's a solid play. Would I move Smith Sr. into that spot? I like LaFell. He's good to go. I wouldn't worry about him. He played last week. Miami's got some injuries on the back 7. Just go with LaFell. Maybe okay to keep Matt Ryan and Sanchez for week 16 and drop Eli. Sanchez plays Washington and Ryan plays New Orleans. I wouldn't be considering Eli over either of those guys. Drop him. You don't need to carry three quarterbacks. Douglas or Golden Tate, you got to love the matchup for Douglas now that he starts. I have Sanchez, AJ Green, Cobb, Jordan Matthews, Le'Veon Bell, Forsett, Guskowski. He has. I'm going to stop right there, CC. Uh, don't worry about who the other team has and what the pregame projections look like. All you control is considering your best possible lineup. Don't worry about who the other team has. Uh, I like your lineup. Don't worry about the other side. You drive yourself crazy if you can worry about things you can't control. Josh Gordon, Jordan Matthews, Harry Douglas. I'll stick with Josh Gordon. I think Manziel goes downfield. Do you think my Broncos win today? I think they got a good shot. It's all fine until they reach the Super Bowl. Sorry, just kidding. Delaney Walker, Julius Thomas. Julius Thomas practicing full. Definitely go with uh, Delaney. Delaney with Julius Thomas. Need 3 out of 4. McCoy, Jeremy Hill, Fred Jackson, Boom Heron. That's a case where McCoy and McCoy's a must start. Jackson, love him for his versatility, and I'll slightly lean Boom Heron for the same reason. My son is questioning your earlier answers on using Rome over Ryan and AJ Green over Jordan Matthews. Can you convince him that you really are the king? Actually, if I said Ryan over Romo, I misspoke. I love Ryan's matchup against the Steelers. You don't bench AJ Green regardless of matchup. The superstars become superstars because they do it against all levels of opposition. AJ Green was hurting with a toe early in the year. He's healthy now. He's on fire. You can't bench him. I would use Ryan and AJ Green. Will Julio play today? No. Make sure you check the expert eye on the homepage from our managing editor Tim McCullough for all the injury updates. Bailey or Brian? I got to go Bailey in a high scoring game. Seahawks or Lions? The way the Seahawks are playing and the way the 49ers are playing offensively, you got to go the Seahawks. Right now, they're the #2 defense in fantasy football behind the Rams. Need 2. Benjamin, Kelsey, Marcus Wilson. I'm going to go Benjamin there for sure, and Marcus Wilson in a very good matchup. Right, we're all caught up. Better play running back, Nile Davis or James Starks. Nile Davis hardly going to get any work. Got to go with Starks. At least he's going to split carries. All right, we're all caught up. I can stay till 11:30 here. 4-point TV. Matt Stafford, Ryan, or Cutler. Love the matchup for Ryan, even though Julio's not going to play. Still got good receivers. Vincent Jackson, Lacey, Jeremy Hill, Marcus Wilson, pick 2. Jeremy Hill definitely for a lot of work and a good matchup, and Vincent Jackson is the best of the rest. Would you play Roddy White over Kelvin Benjamin or Josh Gordon? Can't do it over Gordon, but I would do it over Benjamin. I have Brady going. Do you like Edelman over Evans? I get 1 point for 30 kick return yardage. In that kind of scoring system, I'm okay with it. Joyce Bell or Jordan Matthews. I think Jordan Matthews gives you a better shot of a touchdown. Morris, Ingram, and Murray definitely. Well, not definitely, but I slightly prefer Ingram for combination of workload and touchdown. Chris Johnson or Andre Williams. Definitely Chris Johnson based on the matchup. The defense he's facing in the revenge angle. Latavius Murray and Dante Moncrief. Definitely Latavius Murray. Guaranteed more work. Latavius Murray, Boom Herron, or Jordan Matthews. I'll go Jordan Matthews for best shot of a touchdown in a high-scoring game. Need a running back, too, from Rashad Jennings or Marcel Reese. Can't use either one. Jennings is injured, less than 100%. Marcel Reese doesn't get enough touches. I will go with. I'll take my chances with Terrence West. Derek Anderson still on the fence between Giants and Carolina in the survivor pool. Should I be concerned? No. I think that defense is playing really well in Carolina. Watkins or Stills? I love the matchup for Stills. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. Well, one more. How you doing in your leagues? Do you have any lineup questions that you could ask the users? No disrespects that I don't ask the users my lineup questions, but I will say I've been struggling with Carolina versus Kansas City, and I went Carolina. Kansas City doesn't get enough turnovers. I'm in the semifinals in the SiriusXM Celebrity League in the Fantasy Sports Writers Association Hall of Fame League. Thanks for asking. Hopkins or Tate? I'll go Hopkins for more targets. Walker or Cameron? I like Walker against the Jets' pass defense. Need one from Martavis Bryant, Jordan Matthews, or LaFell or Kelsey. Comes down to Bryant and Matthews, but I think Matthews is more involved than Bryant is, who he shares reps with Wheaton, so I'll go Matthews. Kelvin Benjamin, Matthews, Gordon need 2. That's a case where I bump Benjamin out of the picture. Gio or Oliver. Uncertain workloads for each, but I'd rather go Gio for more upside. Jeremy Hill, Gio, Ryan Matthews. Ryan Matthews not expected to play. I would definitely go Herron and Hill for the most guaranteed touches, Dave. All right, thanks a lot, everyone. Good luck in Week 15, and I'm definitely hoping to see you next week because that is Super Bowl week.